Welcome back, guys. So let's take a look back at Martin Lawrence's incident in May of 1996. So it seems that Martin allegedly ran into traffic in Los Angeles and he was screaming. And according to this article that I'm reading, they were trying to state that he was acting like a madman. So according to sources who spoke with the New York Daily News, said that the Big Mama's House actor had also had a loaded firearm in his possession. Lawrence was removed from the scene by law enforcement and he was hospitalized. Like I state, guys, the media always tries to sway us and put out what they want to put out, but it's up to us to read in between the lines and look at the details. They quoted said that Martin was yelling. He was saying things like, fight, don't give up, fight the power, or something like that. And that is what a witness told the Los Angeles news outlet KCAL-TV. This witness also claimed that he was shouting some obscenities or something like that. So I'm going to address that right quick. So if you were a witness and you said he was shouting some obscenities or something like that, if you were a witness, you would be able to know what he said word from word. Just like you said in the beginning, he was yelling, fight, don't give up, fight the power or something like that. That is what the witness stated he said in the beginning. Then he went on to say he was saying other things that were obscenities or something, and he couldn't understand it. So I wouldn't really listen to this witness. Doesn't sound credible. So after that, the police were forcefully putting their arms around him, like trying to hold him down because he was fighting so much and yelling. Now, they didn't specifically say that he was fighting the police. Now this witness goes on to say that Martin was fighting all of a sudden when you said he was saying some obscenities and he was like, fight, don't give up. You were saying he was saying the word fight. He wasn't actually using his arms in a violent way trying to fight anyone. So this witness went on to say he was like a madman. I was like, that's Martin Lawrence, and he couldn't believe it. I don't either, sir. See, what we are failing to realize that it probably was Martin Lawrence, but it really wasn't Martin Lawrence, right? Stay with me, guys. So after this incident, the police told the source that Lawrence might have had a seizure after he had failed to take a prescription medication. Since when are the police medical doctors? And what made them get any idea that Martin had a seizure? And who told the police that he failed to take his medication? Okay, so after the police made this allegation to the outlet, his publicist pushed back on that, and he said that Lawrence had been suffering from a complete exhaustion and dehydration. Okay, guys? So let's go further. So People magazine added in its cover that Lawrence had been hospitalized 2 years after a wild outburst on the set of A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and he was prescribed medication. His psychiatrist reportedly described him as paranoid. The publication also noted that Lawrence was an alleged marijuana user. Thank you, Hollywood. And so another thing, guys, that I've noticed, in 1996, there was an incident with Dave Chappelle, and he allegedly was poking fun at Martin, and he said some crucial information. Let's look at this. So in 2006, Chappelle appeared on Inside the Actor's Studio, where he discussed how toxic Hollywood culture can be. As he spoke, Chappelle cited Lawrence's incident. Quote, "Let me ask you about this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun and screaming? They're trying to kill me. What's going on?" Chappelle asked the host. He then pointed to his own experience. Chappelle had recently walked away from his hit Comedy Central series, Chappelle Show. Chappelle fled to Africa, promoting rumors of drug use and mental instability. Once again, thank you, Hollywood. Chappelle went on to say, "What is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows." Chappelle continued, "The worst thing to call someone is crazy. It's dismissive. Chappelle went on to say, quote, "These people are not crazy. They're strong people. And maybe the environment is a little sick." So Martin did an interview with GQ, and Martin later addressed Dave Chappelle's comments. Martin was asked what led to the incident in an interview published on January the 6th, and in response he said, "Well, there's no need to relive the past. But I was young and I made some irresponsible choices. And carrying a gun when I shouldn't have been carrying a gun. And just getting into things I shouldn't have gotten into." The reporter then brought up Chappelle's comment. "These people are crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick." When asked whether he agreed, Lawrence said no. "Whatever it is, I was involved in it, or it didn't put a good look on me. If it was my fault or somebody else's fault, it's just not a good look," he said. "And I own up to that. I'm a better person as a result of things that I gotten into when I was young. 'Cause now I know not to do those things again. I know not to repeat that kind of behavior." Martin went on to say that he started getting handled on his behavior after his family intervened. A normal person who's not under MK Ultra mind control would say that his family started to support him rather than handle him. Handling the actor sounds a bit off, meaning that he's a multimillionaire, he's an actor, and he's a grown-ass man. Martin went on to furtherly state, "I think those things resonated with me is what made me start to get a handle on. Wait a minute, I don't want to be a failure. I don't want this. I don't want to blow this. I'm a kid from the hood and I've made it all the way to Hollywood. And I've gotten my hands and feet imprinted in Hollywood and don't want to go down in negativity. I want to be held up positively," Lawrence added. Now, if this shit don't sound suspect, you know what? I don't know what to say, guys. I am reading, quote, what he said, and this does not sit well with me. Now, shortly after this interview, this is Martin Lawrence right here pictured. He took this picture right after the interview, and you guys can see what he's doing with his hands. And it's very obvious that he is in the elite and he is up under the MK Ultra mind control. So why is it that Martin can come back and interview and say these things when an actual experience and event took place in his life that day? He had a gun, allegedly. They said he was waving the gun around and he was shouting and cursing and saying all kinds of things. Fight and do this and don't give up and blah, blah, blah. Why didn't he address what he had been going through? Why try to clean the situation up and saying that you were being handled and they got a handle on you? But you just said that they wanted to kill you. This is not adding up, and the rabbit hole does go deep, guys. So what do you guys think about this? Comment in the comment section. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. So when I drop new content, you guys will be aware. Until the next video, guys, take care.